Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Today we look at future tenses. Please stop using will for everything. Let us explore some better options.
Welcome back to the GIST English Masterclass. Today, we're doing a full explainer on a very important secret. The word will is not the only way to talk about the future. Many English learners use will for every single future event, but today, we're going to fix that and help you sound so much more natural. Here's what we're covering in today's explainer. First, the common will mistake. Then, using present simple for schedules, present continuous for arrangements, and when to actually use will for decisions and promises. We'll also cover the when and if rules, and finally, do a little practice together. Let's get started.
Part 1. The common will mistake.
You might think that talking about the future always means using will plus a verb. And, that's okay when you were just starting out. But natural English actually uses several different forms for the future. It really just depends on the specific situation.
Part 2. Schedules and the present simple. So if a future event is on an official schedule, like a train timetable or a meeting agenda, we use the present simple. Why? Because you don't control the event. The schedule controls it. It's fixed.
For example, instead of saying the presentation will start, native speakers say the presentation starts at 2 p.m. Using starts sounds so much better for a schedule. It is a solid fact on the calendar.
Part 3. Arrangements and the present continuous.
Now, for things you have already planned with other people, like a lunch date or a booked meeting, we use the present continuous. The plan is already made and the other person has already agreed to it.
This shows a really big difference. Saying, I will meet the client tomorrow, kind of sounds like a sudden new idea. But saying, I am meeting the client tomorrow, shows that you and the client already planned it together. It's an arrangement.
Part 4. Decisions and promises. This is when we use will.
Imagine you are sitting in a meeting. Your manager says, we still need someone to contact the supplier, and you decide right in that exact moment to help. So you say, I'll call them. We use will for quick decisions that we make at the exact time we are speaking.
We also use will for a few other specific things. We use it when making a promise, like, I'll send the report. We use it for showing commitment, like, we'll keep you informed. And we use it for making predictions about the future, like, sales will increase.
Part 5. The when and if rules.
This is a really big one. English normally avoids the word will right after the words when or if. Saying, when I will arrive, I will call you sounds unnatural. Instead, we say, when I arrive, I'll call you. We use the present tense for that first part, even though we're talking about the future.
If you are following the explanation, then hit the like button and leave a comment, because this summary table is absolutely crucial. Ask yourself, is it an officially scheduled event? Use the present simple. Is it a personal arrangement? Use the present continuous. Are you deciding or promising? Right now, that is when you use will.
Part 6. Let's practice together. Let's see what we learned.
Here's your first question. According to the agenda, the meeting blank at 9:30. The verb to use is start. Think about this for just a second. Is this meeting on an official schedule?
Yes, it absolutely is. Because it is on a strict agenda, we use the present simple and say starts. The meeting starts at 9:30. Great job. You don't control the time. The agenda does.
Let's try the next one. I blank our new supplier tomorrow afternoon. The verb is meet. What if this is a personal arrangement you have already made? You've already spoken with them and planned it.
Exactly. We use the present continuous because it's a planned arrangement. I am meeting our new supplier tomorrow afternoon. It's like shaking hands on a plan you already set up. Okay, last question. Imagine your manager says, we need somebody to prepare the slides. And you reply, no problem. I blank them. The verb is prepare.
Imagine you're deciding right now, in the moment, to help.
Because you just made the decision at that exact moment, you use will. You say, I'll prepare them. It's just like you're confidently raising your hand to volunteer.
So just remember this simple 3-step process. Step 1, stop asking yourself, is this about the future? Instead, step 2, ask, what kind of future situation is this? Then, step 3, choose the right form. Is it a schedule, an arrangement, or a quick decision?
Learning this simple shift will make your English sound so much more natural at work. I want you to go out and practice this today. Think about it. What future situation will you talk about next? See you in the next class.